After fleeing religious persecution in England, the Pilgrims found themselves in a more tolerant religious environment in Holland. However, they soon encountered severe economic hardships that profoundly affected their daily lives and future decisions. This period lasted from 1608 to 1620. The city of Leiden, where most of them settled, was a thriving commercial and industrial center. However, the Pilgrims' job opportunities were limited due to their skills and backgrounds. Many of them had worked in agriculture or simple crafts in England. But in Holland, they were forced to take on grueling, low-wage jobs such as textile work and wool spinning, which required long hours for barely enough income to sustain their families. Moreover, the Pilgrims' strong religious convictions often put them at odds with the Dutch Calvinists who dominated Leiden. They were forbidden from holding public religious services in English and were not allowed to separate from the state church. These restrictions on their religious freedom and the harsh economic conditions led the Pilgrims to seek a new home where they could practice their faith freely and build a better life for themselves and their children. As the idea of establishing a colony in North America gained momentum, the Pilgrims began making plans for their journey. They knew that to survive in the New World, they needed to acquire land and resources. So they turned to the Dutch West India Company for support. The company, eager to expand its colonial holdings and attract new settlers, agreed to provide the Pilgrims with the necessary supplies and funding to establish a colony. In exchange, the Pilgrims promised to share any valuable resources they discovered with the company and to abide by its regulations regarding trade and settlement. With the company's support, the Pilgrims boarded the Mayflower in September 1620 and set sail for the coast of New England. After a perilous journey of over 2 months, they arrived at Cape Cod on November 11, 1620. Realizing that they had landed in an area claimed by the Dutch, the Pilgrims decided to establish their colony nearby. On December 21, 1620, they signed the Mayflower Compact, which established a system of self-rule and set forth the basic principles of their new society. The compact was a remarkable feat of governance, considering the challenging circumstances in which it was drafted. It reflected the Pilgrims' desire to create a government that was both representative and accountable to the people. Despite the hardships they endured, the Pilgrims persevered. They built homes, planted crops, and developed a sustainable way of life. Their settlement, known as Plymouth Colony, grew slowly but steadily over the years.